Welcome to Virtualize Everything, where we strive to inform and educate the viewer about technology and technology-related topics. Tonight's video is going to be about setting up an NFS server. NFS is a style or protocol for file sharing used in Linux. Just like setting up a Samba server share video that we did, this video will give you the knowledge to set up an NFS server and share it with your Proxmox virtualization server. This could be very useful for adding shares to your home lab. This will also help you set up high availability if you're looking at clustering your Proxmox servers together to gain better performance in your home lab situation. The first step you're going to need to do is to install the NFS kernel server that is required to do the NFS share. You can see the command to install this on an Ubuntu VM, not container. I have been unable to successfully complete this using a container. So inside your Ubuntu VM, you can enter this command after you do a update and upgrade. Now we need to make the mount point for this. Today I'm going to be using the mount point MNT NFS DIR. You can select whatever mount point you would like. Now that you have the mount point created, you are going to need to make it so all users can access it. NFS, unlike Samba, does not use a login process, and this means that you will run into permissions problems when you go to set up your Proxmox server to access your share later on down the road. The command you see on the left-hand side of your screen will remove both the user ownership and group ownership from your mount folder. Now, I describe this folder as a mount folder, and that's how I understand it from the documentation. But this folder will be more a directory where all shared files are stored. Now we need to give system-wide permissions to this mount point. We do that with chmod 777. Command is again on the left-hand side of your screen. The next step is going to be to set up your exports file, and you do this by entering the command sudo vi or sudo nano as displayed on the right hand side of the screen, etc exports. To that line, you're going to add your mount point, the IP address of the client that you plan to connect to the server. RW stands for read write, sync, and we're not going to look at subtree files. This will help improve performance and stability of your NFS share. Now we need to run the command export fs-a to change the settings that we configured inside the exports file. With that done, we can restart the NFS kernel server and change our firewall settings to allow the NFS share to be accessed from our client server. The last step is to check the IP address of our server, make sure it's the IP address that we desire, and remember it for configuring Proxmox. Inside your Proxmox web interface, we're going to select Data Center Storage from the Add drop-down menu, select NFS. With NFS selected, we're going to give our share a name. Whatever name you desire, today I used NFS. Enter your server's IP address that I told you to remember, and our mount point directory. Now, if you give this a few seconds after entering your server's IP address, it should appear, and you should not have to fill it in. But I have typed it in successfully in the past. Now, we're going to select what we're going to use this directory for: disk image, ISO, container template, backup file, container, or snippet. Then we're just going to select add, and as this image shows, we can then go ahead and use it for our intended purpose. This image here today, I have uploaded a ISO to just to prove that this indeed does work. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Comments greatly help us improve our content and guide the direction this channel is going. If you didn't like today's video, or you would like to see content on a certain topic relating to virtualization or home labs in general, please let us know in the comments. We would love to hear about that. Also, every subscription helps us get closer to our goal of 1,000 subscribers. Hitting our goal of 1,000 subscribers means that Virtualize Everything will be able to bring you better, more informative content with more technology and better quality videos. Have a good night, and I hope you enjoyed watching.